Hello and welcome to the Walk in Love podcast. I'm TJ.
And I'm Brooke. And today we are doing we've officially renamed it, our not so surprisingly emotional weeping recap of 2025.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for making us a part of your week. The Walk in Love podcast is a weekly conversation about rhythms, parenting, faith, emotions. It's a place where we laugh and sometimes cry as we try to find language to live a full life.
And if you like your listening to line up with your living, I'm trying to line myself up in the center of the shot here. You're in the right place.
You're in the right place. And this episode, which is number 279, is sponsored by, do we have a drum roll?
Oh, we do have a drum roll. Hold on. It's just not under pitch up, monster, sensor, large robot, music bed, air horn, crickets, trombone, rim shot. It's not that. Even there is no drum roll.
Drum roll. Okay, this episode.
We have an air horn though.
This episode. Something new.
Oh, that's crickets. I thought I saw chimes.
Oh yeah, nice. Called the Liturgy Club. Oh wow!
I don't know what you thought it was going to do.
I feel like chimes went well with the Liturgy Club.
Oh shoot! Okay.
The Liturgy Club is a monthly.
I'll do it again.
Yeah. The Liturgy Club is a monthly snail mail club provided by
me,
my lovely wife Brooke.
That's me.
So
sometimes called Mom.
Yeah, so basically what it is, it's a subscription snail mail club where you're going to get a liturgy from Brooke on some sort of print, front and back, the full thing on the one side, and then probably just like some highlighted portion on the other side to hang on your mirror as you get ready or put in your Bible or whatever, wherever you want to be reminded of it. And then it also comes with an analog newsletter. So obviously you have your digital newsletter, Brooke, that you send out weekly or almost weekly. You're getting the hang of it.
I know. Here's what's sad. This week's was written. It was written and never copy pasted into the program that sends it out because that's life.
But this is a analog letter.
Yep.
The old school newsletter, monthly, and then it comes with maybe a couple other little squibbly, a couple of those. I actually just said to Brooke, it's like, I don't know why I check the mail because what I do is I go to the mailbox, I open it.
You said this yesterday.
I grab it and I take what's in there, make sure there's nothing for my parents, which is probably an extra step that most people don't have. And then I walk to our house. I open the front door. I walk down the hallway. I take a little right.
Oh my gosh.
Take a little left. I take another little left to go around the island. I pull open the trash can drawer and I throw it all in the trash. So if you're tired of that happening, and you want actual mail that you could look forward to.
Well, it's like Christmas card season.
Yeah, but every month.
Right.
And
it's so fun to get Christmas cards. And then I feel like they always keep trickling in even past Christmas a little bit. And so it's actually fun to check the mail for a hot minute.
So details are in the show notes on where you can sign up. The first one will be sent out in March. So we'll March and then it'll continue on. And it will be a liturgy that you only get in the mail, right? Like that won't be included.
They can't be exclusive for all of time.
But for now.
For now, that'll
only be in the mail. Sign up. And that's another great way to support the podcast, the Liturgy Club.
Yeah.
In the show notes. That's it. Thank you.
Love it. Every year we say that this is not going to be an emotional episode.
Well, we did that the first year.
And every year we lie.
We did that the first year and we wept.
But we,
openly.
Yeah. And then we sort of were like, oh, okay, we're going to cry.
Yeah.
But I still think I internally think if I just prepare myself enough.
Right.
I won't.
Like, this year was kind of normal. Nothing big happened.
Gosh. Yeah. And I think it's because every year we sort of think we're doing like we call it a recap, but I think we feel like we're doing like a highlight episode or a best of episode. But what it really is it whether we realize it or not, it's a meaning-making episode, right, which is exactly why liturgies or things like that hit home, because we're making meaning, deep meaning of something kind of ordinary or right, something really intense or something really happy or whatever. And because of that, it's why I'll speak for myself. It's why I cry when I write stuff like that. And so anyway, I just feel like I had this like aha moment of like, that's why we're crying. Because we're not just crying over like, here's the highlight of my year. Here's my top 4 things. Like that's not really true.
My 4 best finds of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
What I would say is like this episode is always sort of like, it reminds me of the story of Jacob in Genesis 35:7. Then he built an altar and he called that place El Bethel because it was there where God revealed himself to him when he was fleeing from his brother. It's just like this like moment of like, hey,
we need a cry.
We're gonna build
soundbite.
We're gonna build. That's us. That's you.
It's me. It's just us. I'm the cry soundbite.
You're the cry soundbite. It's like we've had this cyclical time, and we're gonna build this small little altar to kind of remember it.
Yeah.
And what I like about these episodes is, again, I always picture the day when June or Sunny or Daisy or Coco go to episode 1 and hit play.
Oh gosh.
Then there...
Checking out. I'm checking out emotionally. I'm not listening.
And
I'm not ready.
I don't know if they'll listen to all of them.
No.
I don't know if that would be the case. But I do think if there's some they're going to gravitate towards, it's going to be these ones. These like end of the year... I kind of remember, like, especially as June gets older, she's going to totally remember this year.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah. I feel like and as we move forward into like these topics I want to cover, I feel like it really this is the stuff that stayed with us through the whole year.
Right.
It's the stuff that just felt like, man, that was 2025, just like in a nutshell, there it was. So I want to start off, T, with one of your favorite soup du jours, which is not, doesn't have anything to do with
What's the soup du jour?
What does she say?
That's the soup of the day. I'll have that. Sounds lovely.
Sounds lovely. So I want to talk about favorite shows because we do love shows. And the thing is, the show did not need to come out in 2025. It is what did you consume, watch, and love in 2025? So was there a show that you didn't expect to love, but kind of did? Sorry, I can see your brain like tick through all your stuff.
There's honestly nothing that stands out. And that's really sad.
What about your Korean ones you watch?
Well, see, like I rewatched.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You watched those. Those were part of your 2025. What are they?
I definitely watched Dexter, which is like a pretty creepy show.
Yeah.
It's not for everybody. All of Us Are Dead, creepy zombie show. There's a lot of creepy stuff this year.
We watched the most recent season of Dexter.
Yes.
And we were invested.
Yeah.
We actually finished the season and we found ourselves talking about it in between. We often ask each other the next morning when we wake up after we watch.
Dexter
like,
is a serial,
are you still thinking about it?
Serial killer. So.
It's a very dark show. Be careful. But like, we ask each other, have you thought about that show at all? Or have you thought about
the show
that
I wish
episode?
I could say was Stranger Things, but we aren't even finished. That's how uninterested I am. I would say, honestly, my favorite show I've consumed this year is YouTube. Like, that's what I would say. Like, I'm a YouTube guy.
Yeah.
Through and through. Like, it's what I now go to when I'm like doing work and I just want something on in the background. Like, that's what I'll do. But All of Us Are Dead is the one that I like kind of like binge watched because I know another season's coming and I wanted to kind of get set
a show that I didn't expect to love, which again, love is an extreme.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm not trying to sniff in the microphone every 7 seconds. So again, love is a little like extreme, but I surprisingly didn't dislike Fallout. We were You were rewatching season 1. I was watching it for the first time.
Another very graphic, violent show.
Which is funny, but it's snarky and a little funny at times. And if I just like look away during some of the stuff that sounds like video game, just like explosions of body parts, then I'm fine.
Don't watch it with your kids.
Yeah.
I would say like the British baking show, like we pulled our older girls.
That is a show that feels like comfort.
Into the British baking world. Obviously we skip through some of the like backstory of every other character.
Right. Not characters, they're real people.
Every other person.
Contestant.
Yeah, contestant.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the British baking show was on quite a bit this year because it feels like comfort. The Office is always on.
And then football. We watched a lot of football this year. And baseball.
That was fun too.
Yeah. So just like,
Yeah.
again, because like the bummer about television now is like there's not a lot of family shows anymore. Like that are like there's no Home Improvement, there's no
Well,
family.
I was just explaining to June what Home Improvement is because we watched Santa Claus and Christmas with the Cranks. And, I'm like, well, that's Buzz's voice from Toy Story. Yeah. She's like, who is this guy? And I was like, well, and then I'm like, I wonder where I could stream all of those.
Yeah. Like Family Manners, like all those like TGI Friday shows. Yeah. And so because a lot of that content doesn't exist anymore, or it's like just kid content that I'm like, I don't want more cartoons on my TV, football or sports has become like a default. Hey, we could put this on and it can be on in the house while we, while kids play. And I'm not worried until, there's a trailer for, Smile 2 or something like that. Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Yikes.
But
I feel like other shows that lived in our house this year, always Bluey, even though it's the kids show, it's still on. And I never dislike it when it's on. I saw the funniest reel. Somebody sent it to me today. It was this like, I don't know, she sounded British. This mom that was like Bluey in real life. And so she's like, oh, hon, you want to play right now? I know, I really can't. I really need to get to work. And then the Bluey soundtrack, like, starts playing. And she's like, just kidding. Let's do whatever you want. And like, she's like, and then she makes up some like crazy game. And it's like cut of that, like, oh, you want to play right now? I'm still recovering from my bulging disc and whatever surgery. And then the song starts to play and she's like, let's play Piggyback Ride. Yeah. And
I would say that Marvel was like, June and I started watching Marvel movies this year together. Yeah. And so we're all the way to Endgame.
Through Endgame or just
we just started whatever the first, what's the first part? Infinity War. We just started Infinity War.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like most of 2025, speaking for myself, I did not watch a lot of TV shows with you.
Yeah, I don't feel like I watched a lot of stuff.
I don't feel like you did either, but I feel like we just started creeping back in. I feel like we're several episodes into, like, we need to finish Silo. We need to finish Severance. We like your Landman.
Which I saw some reviews that it gets worse, but
we'll see. Man, that would be a bummer. But anyway, I feel like we've crept into a few and then we just lose steam because I'm tired.
I've enjoyed playing video games at night more. One, because you go to bed early, and two, because like it's it's equivalent of like, hey Matt, do you want to come in and hang out? Because like I don't play by myself anymore.
Right, you're always talking to them.
Yeah, which has been fun.
Yeah. All right, well, let's move on to. I wish I had a little. Yeah, that works. I guess that works. Music that soundtracked our year. So again. Doesn't need to be stuff that came out in 2025, but what were we playing? Mine is skewed heavily because mine is basically only kids soundtracks.
Yeah, so if
the kids use my phone or my account, I should say, as so
if I go to my 25 on Apple Music,
how do you do that?
You go to
songs,
home. And then scroll down until you say replay your top music.
Wait, home. Sorry, everybody.
And then scroll down. And then it'll show like all time. So like the Half Alive album Persona is number 1 through 12. Minus my car does this super annoying thing where when you get in, it plays.
I don't want it to play anything if I click on this. I'm nervous. Oh, okay. Here we go.
When you get in and plug in it to it's an older car.
Oh, my old car used to do this too.
It plays the first song. So
first song in your library alphabetically.
So the number 2 song is AM Radio by the Lumineers. I don't think I listened to that song once all the way through.
Yeah.
But it's up there.
That's so funny.
That literally bothers me so much. I feel like it's a lie. My data's telling a lie.
Yeah, it is.
That I don't want.
You just delete it and say, I did not listen to this.
Yeah, so it's Half Alive's album Persona again, and then it's Corey Asbury's Cover to Cover album. And then there's some Ellie Limebear, some Ellie Holcomb.
My list is so funny.
Coheed and Cambria, Mitch Wong. I listen to a lot of him. Miles Smith, Alicia Exileth.
She's good.
Who's in the Naked and Famous.
She's very
Half
good.
Alive, though, dominates. Miles Smith's up there a lot.
I feel like Miles Smith was a big one for us this year. Our favorite Black artist.
Second
Mine,
favorite.
well, mine according to my Apple Replay that is
Yeah, give me the top.
heavily
give me the top
suggest or
10.
heavily persuaded by Sunny Grace.
Yep.
Number 1 song, Day Glow. Every Little Thing I Say I Do.
Okay.
Number 2, Half Alive, Sophie's House. Number 3, Run It by Jelly Roll. Great song.
Great song. Jelly Roll lost 275 pounds this year.
Number 4, Automatic by Half Alive. Number 5, Jump in the Line by Harry Belafonte.
Okay.
Jump in the line, rock your body in time. Okay, I believe you. Which is funny because that's on our cleaning playlist.
Okay.
And so I think that's why. Then I've got some Greatest Showman soundtrack, a bunch of Jesse and Bien. Track 11, Graceland by Paul Simon. Love that that's up there. Palm City, Wicked soundtrack, Wild Robot soundtrack, Wreck-It Ralph soundtrack, Lilo and Stitch soundtrack.
Okay. I think
you see where we're going here.
Yeah, I see.
Dawn of the Nugget soundtrack,
Okay,
Pets 2 soundtrack. I could just keep going. Ron's Gone Wrong, Baymax,
one of mine
Snoopy,
would be,
Sing.
which isn't going to show up in Apple Music, is on YouTube. I listened to this. It's an AI artist called Songbird, and it's just like singing the Psalms. So I listened to that quite a bit. And then I made an AI album, an emo album based on Ezekiel.
Right.
And
You've listened to that, your own album.
Let me see. Seriously, it's so good.
It's so good. That's the exact music I listen to all the time. It's fantastic.
Breath of God, come move again, wake our heart where death has been.
Oh, gosh.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I feel like
So I listen to that a lot.
the music that I always come back to that is interesting to me creatively that resurfaced this year big time was the We Bought a Zoo soundtrack.
Okay.
I have been listening to that for like 10 years because it's mostly instrumental,
Yeah.
but it's not boring.
Jonesy.
Like Yonsy. And it resurfaced big time this year, which was fun. It was on during school. It was on when I was writing.
I feel like that's resurfacing when you do, like when you're like stepping into a new era.
Yeah. Like
area.
Deep
Like when you're starting a zoo.
Guys, that's the announcement we've been waiting to make.
We bought a zoo.
We bought a zoo. That would be crazy.
I literally have zero interest.
Well, of course you do, because I found here, the most shocking news of 2025 coming at you right now is that my husband doesn't care about animals. Those words came out of his mouth.
Here's the thing.
We were shook. Me and my two oldest were shook to our core and thought,
I've
is
loved
this the end
all
of
of
an era?
our pets. I've loved all of our cats. I've found most of our cats. What I don't care about is like animal facts. Like you guys had a school lesson. You were excited to come back and tell me.
Yes.
And I listened.
We were excited
and
to
you're
tell
like,
you
how do you
about the
feel about
smallest
that?
bird in the world.
And I was like, if I'm honest, I don't care at all. Like if I'm being really honest to you guys, and you really want to know the depths of my heart, which I think you can handle, I do not care at all about the smallest bird in the world. That will take up no space in my brain for the rest of my life.
But you don't find it interesting?
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then it whoosh, it's gone.
Gone, just like that bird. Flutters in, I see it. Oh, nice.
I mean,
bird.
it is a type of hummingbird, so it is moving
flutters
quickly.
out.
The bumblebee hummingbird.
The smallest snake. That's great. 4 inches. Okay.
Hey, you recalled that.
I remembered it.
Wow.
Well, because we've made such a big deal about it now. But yeah, like I haven't hit the stage of life where I'm like, oh, that's a double willow hollow beak.
A double-breasted whippoorwillow?
Yeah. I haven't reached that point in life yet.
Well,
Maybe
your
it's
daughter
coming.
has.
Yeah, my 10-year-old
She's in 5th grade and has a bird watching book that is very, very cool.
Yeah. So,
what shocked me most about 2025?
This just in.
News just in. Still
TJ
processing. Uncertain of future.
About animals.
TJ doesn't.
Not like if an animal was hurt, I would care about it. But like I don't care about animal facts.
Okay.
Except maybe oceanic animals.
Okay.
That would be my caveat. Like
all right.
Turtles, whales, dolphins.
Turtles. Oh, now I got to go look at turtles. All right. We're moving on.
Okay.
To the music that soundtracked the year.
We just did that.
Sorry. We did. Sorry, I got to scroll down. My brain. Take 2. Okay. Movies that lingered. Movies that hit differently than you expected. I know one for you there.
Okay.
It's Christmas.
Oh yeah.
You already talked about it, but
okay.
Or a family movie that quietly wrecked you. Maybe that was that. Maybe that's that category.
One, 2025 was a crap year for movies from a new release standpoint.
Yeah.
I think out of like all the like top 30 movies, 27 of them were remakes, prequels, or sequels, or midquels, or whatever. Yeah. And so the one that pops into my mind is Marty Supreme. It's like the only original film I think I saw all year. I don't think I saw anything else that was original. Now, not to say that others didn't come out, I just didn't see any.
Right.
But that one, and it's the one I most recently saw. So who knows if it'll linger?
Right.
But it was really good, and I talked about it on the bonus episode.
Yeah. I saw very few movies. If we're speaking just in theaters, I think I saw 3.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. We saw
Wicked.
I saw Wicked for Good. 6 to 7 out of 10. I saw Zootopia 2, 9 out of 10.
Yeah, that was a great one.
It was my favorite one.
Yeah.
I was so ready for it to suck.
Yeah.
And I was afraid of that. Well, I'm going to be honest.
Sorry, guys. Hey, we'll put the explicit on this one.
Yeah. Wait, where's my censor? I have one. I was really ready for it to, but it didn't. It was actually really great. And it was really good.
Yeah.
I felt like they held their own with a new story, and that was really fun. I saw The Housemaid, which we just talked about on.
But I think you saw that in the new year, right?
Technically, I did. Yes.
You have to remember that.
Is that really all I went to see in theaters? 2 things?
I'm not sure.
I feel like we went earlier as a family in the year, but I don't recall for what.
Yeah.
But
like when you have that new baby, it like all blends. Paddington in Peru. Was that this year? Or was that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, wasn't?
Was it?
Wasn't Coco?
Was it? Was Phoebe there?
Was Phoebe there? The family movie that wrecked me was 8-Bit Christmas. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Very good. Well done. Powerful message. But yeah, I would say that again.
Although Cheaper by the Dozen 2 was just watched, and we got a little teary-eyed at the end there.
Too. Pretty good. That'll do.
You've showed us that there's no way to be a perfect dad, but there's a million ways to be a really good one. Oh my gosh. Do you feel like was there anything we rewatched this year because it's just pure comfort? Oh, I know something I watched for the first time this year. Dodgeball.
Yeah, you can dodge a rent. You can dodge a ball. That's so good. You also watched Fight Club for the first time this year.
I also watched Fight Club for the first time. Still thinking about that one.
Yeah, so excellent film. That's a film.
Was there anything else like that? Oh, here's a movie that has surprisingly stayed with me. If that's like, it lingers and I think about it more than I ever thought I would, is Frankenstein.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, that one was really good.
The new Frankenstein. Yeah. I wasn't expecting to watch it with you. It was on. I was like ordering groceries, doing things on my phone on the couch. And then we watched it over 2 nights and I kind of hung with it.
Yeah.
And
very good. Very well done.
I just didn't, I think about it frequently.
Yeah.
And I think about how tall that guy is.
Yeah. Jacob Elordi.
He's so tall.
So tall.
Like, isn't he like 6'7", 6'8"? Isn't he 7'1"?
He's 8'2". 8'2".
He's 14 feet tall. I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to write a AI album about his height.
He's reaching the skies. Okay.
He said, I can see over your head.
But don't cry.
Don't worry.
I'll be back before the dawn.
6'6". I'm 6'6".
Maybe 6'7".
But you dogged on my heart again. Gosh, I miss my calling.
Okay, let's do our Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm on Small Robot. That's not what I want. Let's do our Mount Rushmore of 2025.
Play the song?
Oh gosh, we have a song for that. You guys, there are so many buttons on here now.
Before we go, this episode.
Oh, I've already pressed it.
Settle up, y'all, it's time to score. Who makes the cut on Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we did it.
Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore.
This Mount Rushmore segment is sponsored by the prints that are still in the shop.
Yeah.
$1 prints available in the shop. You can see me holding them here. They're 5x7. We got tons of designs. I think there's 28 in total. You can buy them individually, or you can buy them as a pack. There's lots of them. So there's lots of options to grab, and they are only $1. So there you go.
That's great.
We're going to start having segment sponsors.
I love it.
Yeah. Most of them will just be stuff we're doing.
Right. Segment sponsor, my personal Venmo account.
Yeah. At DJ Macias on Venmo. Any
also
amount.
accepting Instacart gift cards. Okay. Our Mount Rushmore of 2025.
We're going back and forth. And are we drafting? What is the...
No, I
draft.
think, because I think it's not, this isn't just highlights. This isn't just...
Okay.
Let's name, like, truly for me and for you, which is why they often match almost identically. They were I feel like Mount Rushmore it's what would you carve into stone? It's the defining things.
Yep.
It's not always the biggest thing or the most whatever thing. It's the thing that you're like, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
That deserves a place in my wall of Mount Rushmores, carved into stone. Because if I saw those 4 things in a row, I would know that's 2025.
Okay.
So I'll let you go first.
I mean, number 1 is that we had a 4th baby.
Yes. That is also my number 1.
Okay.
Which again, they're not like, although I would put her at number 1, but the rest, they're not really ranked in order. They're just like the top 4.
I mean, we
definitely...
Not only that we had another baby, which I think is always in a Mount Rushmore, that we had a baby that we never thought we would have. Like, when I think about it on that level of just like change and incredibleness and like just like the Lord providing, not even providing the baby, which is obviously always a miracle, but just providing the like healthy enough conversations, emotional depth to be able to talk about potentially having that baby, like to go down that road and kind of make that decision. And then I would like in that carving would be like you holding Coco, because I think you obviously have to have the baby. I don't have to, my part is easy and fun. But your part is much more demanding and tiresome and, hard physically, emotionally, mentally. And so like for you to be brave enough to do that is incredible. And then just like the ripple effect of like, I talked about this one because she just turned 1. She's the 6-month 1-year-old, where like June and Sunny are so enamored with Coco that like
they're old enough to remember
that.
This.
I truly believe when they start thinking about starting their families, and we hope that they have a bunch of kids and have them early, and that I think Coco will play a big role in that. Like their memories, I think their confidence, that at least for me, that would have changed something for me. I was so unfamiliar with babies. Right.
I remember feeling nervous to babysit babies because I never held a baby.
Right.
I knew that I could figure it out, but I wasn't like super you can just tell when someone has held a baby a lot and when someone hasn't. It shows in their body language.
Here's a crazy statement. Having Coco later in life will make us grandparents earlier in life. I truly believe that.
Yeah, if all goes well. Yes. Yeah.
Which is rad.
Yeah. So, she's pretty great.
Mount Rushmore. Coco being born.
Coco being born, and then just the wild caveat story of like that she came so early, and it was such a memorable, if I had just checked in the morning of that scheduled C-section, everything had gone to plan, we brought her home 2 days later. I mean, would I have enjoyed that? Absolutely.
Right.
But like, it's just not what happened. And, that's crazy.
But I was well packed for the hospital. All right.
Okay, I'll go next since ours match.
Okay.
My second one would be probably June's 10-year road trip.
Okay, that's my second one too.
Yeah. I think we're going to match 4 for 4 this year, probably. It was so cool. so cool to finally do the thing we'd been talking about for a few years.
Yeah.
And knew was coming and knew was going to be the first start of a 4-time tradition.
Right.
And then the actual trip, like it went great. I mean, we had moments of chaos, but like, you know, overall it was everything I hoped it would be. And I feel like it was just a taste of what's to come when we do it.
It was the
basically
foundation
every
that
3
the
years.
rest of the tradition will be based on. And it was a solid foundation and a solid start. And it was super fun.
Yeah.
All right. I will go next. My third one, I don't think ours are going to match, and maybe they will, is starting the Naughty Nation podcast.
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was one of yours.
That has been so fun. Both in that, like, it's dumb and it's like literally just fun to do. You know, Matt and I come down here. It's like how I feel about this podcast. Like, you know, we come down here for an hour and 10 minutes, and for you and I, it's fun, but it's also extremely relational.
I think ours is a little less dumb, but I don't know.
Yeah, ours is definitely less dumb. But for Matt and I, like, it's an extension of how we hang out when we play video games. And so to do that with him has been definitely a highlight of the year. And then again, the caveat of that is like hearing you laugh from another room while the podcast, while I know you're listening to Naughty Nation has been a highlight for me. Because like, I know that I still make you laugh. Like I know that's a reality, but like in the midst of like kids and tiredness and chores and, you know, just all the things that come with a household, we tend to laugh a little bit less together this year than we probably have in years past. And so to know that I can still make you laugh is always a highlight. So Naughty Nation, number 3.
Yeah. What's your Claxley? Who's your surfer? Because you had your surfer from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, Claxley.
Claxley's the current one. I think Laxley was your original name.
Laxley or Claxley, something like that.
You'll get me.
Yeah.
Every time. Okay, I think.
Whoa, what's up, bro? Yo, my Mount Rushmore 2025, bro, was like just smacking the lip of the waves, yo. That's it. 4 times.
Whoop-ah. I think number 3 for me, which is where we'll match again, is moving into this house. Right?
That is also on my list.
Is that your 4th?
Yep.
You're at 4 now. Because it feels very settling.
Yeah.
I feel like we're here.
Yeah.
Again, I'll never say never, because I never thought we'd move to Maui in the first place, and we did. But I really do see us being here for a long time. You know, the remaining bulk, well, all of Coco's childhood, but you know, the remaining bulk of our kids' childhoods, I think are going to be in this home, in this area.
Where I would say my childhood was spent.
Yes.
Because I moved in when I was going
the same age as
grade.
June.
Yeah.
So yeah, that would be my 3rd.
Nice.
Is that your 4th?
That was my 4th. My honorable mention, though, and you can go to your 4th after this. My honorable mention would be like, this would be on the list if it was all done. But it's kind of not all done because I can see it sitting over there. Is like the end of the t-shirt era would be the Mount Rushmore would be carved into stone for this year for 2025, but it's actually going to finish in 2026 because of the timing of things. And honestly,
do you think though by the end of 2026, excuse me, I don't want to say that you'll remember that, but like, do you actually think it'll be on 2026, or will it not be the ending so much as it'll be like, that was almost a full year of not doing that thing?
Yeah. I think, you know, that little white piece of paper that I've written on recently,
Yes.
I think that will be in the 2026 Mount Rushmore if we're doing predictive, which I know you just told me we weren't going to do today.
Yeah, that's good.
But that would be my honorable mention, sort of like the ending of that era.
Yeah.
But what I think might be on 2026, if we will be predictive, it'd be like beginning of the next era of like this other kind of stuff that we're going to do still. And that's the interesting part about Walk in Love is like, I think from the outside, people are like, oh, they're done. Everything's done. They're totally done, you know, and internally,
I feel like Walk in Love is is a foundational house, or it's a pie, or it's whatever you want to call it. And I'm like, there's just like one arm or one room or one sliver. It's a pretty big sliver, but of the pie, but we're not, you know, throwing the rest away.
Right. And
nobody throws away a pie.
Yeah. Again, when you're trying to, people on the internet are going to see what you're saying and draw their own conclusions. So when we say we're done selling t-shirts, people are thinking they're closing up, they're done forever.
Right.
In terms of like walk and love Instagram, I might as well unfollow, I might as well unsubscribe from the email list, all that kind of stuff. And it's hard to like, again, you have 8.5 seconds of someone's attention. And so like with the podcast, people know that this is going to continue. People know that like we just started something called the Liturgy Club. Like we're going to continue to provide, I hope, value to people's lives and language and all that kind of stuff, through the podcast and through some other things where it's like, this is just a small part. Man, granted, it was a huge part for 20 years.
Yeah.
But I think because I knew it was coming to an end, I'm not this emotional wreck. Like, it's not like it burned down in a fire, like, or something like that. Where I think like if this house burnt down in a fire,
it's very different.
It would be very different than us being like, hey, we're moving out in 20 years.
Right.
Those are two very different kind of things. And so I had time to kind of, settle with it and feel good about it. And honestly, I feel great about it.
Yeah.
So I'll feel especially great once all this inventory is gone as well.
Yeah.
But again, even that, like I know that like there's a order of hats that arrives today. So it's like not done.
Yeah.
Like I talked about this. I talked about that on the bonus episode.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. My fourth one, I feel like I have several things competing for the fourth slot.
Okay.
One is the thing I'm so close to announcing. So I'm not going to put that on because that's weird to put a mystery veiled thing on there. So I think my fourth one is, it feels like one side of the both and of this year, which we'll get to in a second. But I think the fourth one for me is like family cousins. Like it was the first full year that we were back in Pennsylvania. Right. And that allowed our kids to spend, and myself, but like my kids specifically, so much time with grandparents and cousins. Right. Which was so cool. We got to go on a summer vacation with my side and that family and cousins. Like it just, it's like cousins, family, but also just like maybe the broader one is like, it was our first full year back in Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. I started my bunco group. I got to see all those people once a month. Yeah. I was just like back into...
Yeah, like Naughty Nation would fall into that because
we were back.
Yeah. And my dad digging out potatoes in the backyard 50 times.
Yeah.
Full harvest this year.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that would be
nice.
That would be mine.
Any honorable mentions?
I could get more like, the beach trip, starting bunco, the amount of time I spent walking when we were at the rental house and it was so easy to walk around that like little sidewalk loop and what all that walking led to, which is what I'm so close, people. I think the end of the month I'm allowed to say something. And so
I'm close to an announcement too.
Love that for you. Do I?
Yeah.
I'm so like, blah. Like, do I know what it is?
That's all I've been talking about.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
With a friend named Jeremy.
Sorry, I'm tracking with you now.
You know Jeremy?
I do know Jeremy. Yes. Yeah.
Him,
yes. Okay, so if you had to describe 2025 in like one word, or it could be a phrase, sometimes one word is hard. Do you feel like you have one?
Yeah.
Can you say it?
Tired. Like that, and I
all levels of tired.
And I don't love that. Like I am not a guy that usually like, there are people out there, we all know them, that like, that is their sort of like default habit of like, oh, it's been such a hard season.
You're like, that sounds like your whole life.
Yeah. And I would not say that's been my whole life. My whole life. No. Normally I feel really positive and really excited about everything to come. This was the first year that despite all these really great things happening and being able to do all this fun stuff, I felt like a low grade tiredness / anxiety through 2025. Exhaustion, fatigue. And again, it was a big year. We moved, I was, still in my first year at Trinity. Yeah. Ending a 20-year business or ending a leg of a 20-year business.
Yep.
having a new baby,
Yeah.
you know, like
moving again.
moving, you know, so like it was just a very like a year of like, and again, I basically work 2 full-time jobs. Like even now I'm shipping orders in the morning, answering
Yeah.
customer service emails.
Yeah.
And then I go to appointments. And then last night I was knocking on doors until 7:00,
Yeah.
you know,
And
so,
then we came home and
we came home and recorded
sorted inventory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the night before I came home and recorded a podcast. Like,
Yeah.
so like I'm tired, but I know why I'm tired.
Right.
You know,
We're
it's
not like, what is it? What are you eating
and
or
maybe
doing?
not like, maybe not tired is the right word. Maybe just like weary or fatigued feels better
Yeah.
as a word of just like, and I know that it definitely negatively affected my like capacity to play and to be with the girls and to, you know, just be more present. And I know that.
Yeah.
And so like, you know, but it's not like, you know, midnight 2026 hit and I was like, oh, there's all my energy back. Like I still feel it.
Yeah.
And so
But we did talk about that on the members episode
Yeah.
well, I guess if you're listening on Monday, it would have come out last Wednesday.
Yeah. And so
Our excitement for 2026, that we do feel some fresh energy
yeah. So
moving into new year.
but yeah, just like I'll just use this room as an example. Like there are outlets that are not covered that need to be changed. This door needs to be put up over the, you know, breaker box. There's inventory that still needs to be sorted. There's trash that needs to be thrown away. You know, there's cans of drinks that I probably need to take out. There's a bin that I literally just have not gone through. And so it's just like, I think that fatigue of like, there's always like 5 or 6
The
things.
visual clutter meets like mental decision fatigue
Yeah.
of like, well, if I tackle that bin over there, which I can see, it's like office-y things, labels, I maybe see a checkbook, like some stuff like that. I have to, that's a ton of decisions waiting to be made.
Right.
Where does all of that go and what do
Yeah.
we do with it?
Yeah.
And moving does that. I mean, life in general does that. But when
Right.
you move,
Yeah. And then just like, yeah, so just fatigued, I think I would say, and I don't want to say it. Like I want to say excitement, you know, awesomeness, like fun, you know, like those are all the words that TJ wants to say.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
which were in this year, but I wouldn't say that they were, they weren't, unfortunately not the,
you know, like it's not like, you know, abundance or anything like, you know, those words that I would love to say. So I would just say fatigue.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would say it's so similar. I would say mine was surprisingly hard. Like it was hard. And this is where I'll cry.
Should I go to Brooke?
Sure. It was hard in so many ways. And some of those ways, not all of those ways, some of those ways really surprised me.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm a pretty self-aware person. So to still feel surprised that something can knock me off my feet, just adds like a whole other layer. It was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And there was so much good in that a lot.
Right.
But it was a lot. It was a lot to figure out. It was a lot to carry. It was a lot to process. It was literally just like a lot in terms of tasks. So I would say it was surprisingly hard. Because I think there's years we were just like, oof, that was hard. But you were sort of like, duh. Like, you know, I don't know, some big tragedy happens or, you know, you move and have a baby in the same year like we did. And you're just like, I wouldn't be surprised. Like looking ahead, I wouldn't be surprised if that's a hard year.
Right.
You know, but there was an element of moving back that did bring relief in many ways. In so many ways.
Yeah.
But gosh, it was really hard.
Yeah.
It just was. Like, I don't even know if I need to keep explaining all the reasons why, but it was it was hard. And it was surprisingly hard.
Yeah.
You know, you would have thought, oh, moving back to the place you grew up, surrounded by all your people, getting to live in a home I'm familiar with, and, you know, having a new baby and all these things, you're just like, yeah, isn't that going to be great? And you're like, well, it was. It actually was great. which I sound so sarcastic. I feel like I sound like Ross.
It was great.
It was great.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to convince myself.
Yeah.
But yeah. I feel like there were so many things that ended in 2025 and then so many things that like quietly began.
Okay.
And so that merging of that, all those both hands was a lot.
Right.
Again, very exciting. Like, definitely leans towards hope and excitement and the future and all good things. But gosh, just a lot to figure out and think about and process.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like, excuse me, do you feel like there's something that you learned like the hard way this year?
Yeah, I learned that if you don't understand your numbers in your business, like really know them down to the penny or down to the, it won't take long for that to build.
To stack up. Yeah.
Like I think there's this element that, you got to spend money to make money, like, once we get to this point, that's where it all makes sense. And it's like, if it doesn't make sense at 1, it's not going to make sense at 100,
Right.
And just like learning that the hard way over the last, I mean, that wasn't just this year, that was over the last few years of just like, man, and that's not really a huge skill set of mine. Not a numbers guy. I wouldn't describe myself as a spreadsheet guy.
I wouldn't say that I am either. So,
so just becoming better at all that moving forward, I feel like I took a lot of steps towards the literal number that I had.
Yeah.
But also towards just like better understanding, better equipping myself for all that stuff.
Yeah.
But that was a hard lesson learned.
Yeah. 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 I feel like for me, there's probably always a few things that you just kind of, unfortunately, you just learn the hard way. I think for me, again, it's where it surprised me was that I unintentionally sort of learned the hard way of like how much, and I wrote about this in a newsletter a week or two ago, about how much of the both and I can carry. Like I've written about that. I've talked about that. We've had many episodes about that.
Right.
The both hand language is not new, but I did not think the both and posture could carry so much on both sides. And so I don't know if I learned it the hard way. It was a hard lesson to learn. Maybe it was that, just that, gosh, the grief and the joy felt so heavy this year. And it's weird to describe the joy bucket as heavy, but it was full. It was really full. Like in that type of heavy, if you're picturing a literal full bucket, it was heavy. And so, but I also felt like the other side was too.
And would you say the grief was mostly leaving Hawaii?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like it's hard when people are like, do you miss it? Like I
sort of want to punch them.
Sort of.
I say that lovingly, jokingly.
I sat with a couple and
they mean well. I'm not saying don't ask me that question if you see me.
But the depth at which
we didn't go on vacation.
No, yeah.
It wasn't like, do you miss it? You came back from your honeymoon.
Yeah.
Do you miss it?
Yeah.
Like, it's not the same.
Yeah, it's like deep. It's like more guttural, I would call it. But I sat with a couple and they had, they went on their honeymoon and they were just like, man, it was, multiple times
years
while we
ago,
were there.
right?
Yeah, years ago. They were like,
we
just were like, should we just not go back? Like, should we legit just like figure it out? Because they had such like they were like, it was almost like a spiritual, like moment with being there. And so that's like where the both and it was such a joyful, amazing season of life that we got to experience that I will never, ever forget. And I'll cherish it until the day I die. But there's also this and we knew it wasn't forever.
Yeah.
And it's like, and so much of life is like that, where it's like, we can both enjoy our kids and the gift that they are to us and know that they're not kids forever.
Yeah.
And at some point we are going to mourn the loss of the kids in our home. You know, that at some point they're going to go from kid to teenager.
Yeah.
And it's like, we're going to have to mourn that. But that doesn't mean we're sad about the future, or we're sad of who they're becoming, or we're
I also feel like I will say to some degree, again, if a person is quasi-emotionally healthy and somewhat self-aware, I mean, we know our kids are going to move out.
Yeah.
We're already internally preparing for that a little bit.
Yeah.
And then there's the things in life that are surprisingly hard because you never planned for them in the first place.
I would,
and that's how I feel about this.
Yeah. I would say another lesson that I learned kind of the hard way, or that was just a hard lesson that I'm still learning, is that I fully believe to my core that if I don't have success, God doesn't love me.
Oof.
Like, and nature, nurture, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I have a hard time with that. Like, I have a hard time.
Good job admitting that.
Sitting in the presence of the Lord and letting him be enough. I believe in my heart of hearts, or down in my soul, that the only time I believe the Lord is enough when he's given me enough. And that's just as backwards. That's a broken, that puts so many idols before him.
Right.
And I am learning that and trying to figure out, and, you know, trying to change my posture towards the Lord of, like, you know, hey, I want to kneel down in prayer, and here's all the things I need. What do I need to do to get those? Like, that's been my posture, I think, for most of my life, if I'm being honest.
The genie in a bottle type
I'm
posture.
kneeling and praying because I love you, because I know you love me. Like all of the things that are true, I know they're true. You know, but also there's always a but also.
Right.
But also, what kind of steps do I need to take so that the outcome is easier for me?
Right. Yeah.
And as soon as I know those steps, like, is it fasting? Is it praying? Is it some sort of combination? What's the combination? How many days? How many times? How much Bible time? Like, what is it? How, like, what is the magic jigsaw puzzle that's going to piece together to make my life easier?
Right.
And that is what I fully believe in my heart of God, which is false.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think on the practical side of what do you change? I was just writing about this yesterday. I think we're allowed to ask. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. I think we're allowed to ask God for things. I think we can pray specific prayers. I think we can come to him with our asks that fall into the category of maybe like, change this situation, help this area, like bless this thing, you know, whatever, heal this thing. Like, I think we can come and ask for him to change a situation, but I don't think we can only ever arrive there and stay there. I think we pivot. I think the active prayer posture pivot is, instead of change my situation, it's change me.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, change my heart, change the way I'm seeing this, like, change. Yeah. Yeah.
And so, that's a lesson I'm still learning. And I know that, like, Paul talks about, like, just battling the flesh his whole life, and people have read into that, and some people thought he had a physical ailment, you know, whatever. And I think this will be like a battle that I have my whole life, and not that I want it to be, not that I'm claiming that, like, over my life, but
definitely don't do that.
But it's like, I do think, because of just either how my brain is wired, or, you know, whatever. Yeah. I think but
I absolutely believe there can and could be complete delivery from it.
Right.
Because, well, here we go. I mean, if you had asked me years ago if I would ever get my voice back, I would have said no.
Right.
Deep down in my heart, I would have said, no, it's not going to happen.
Right. Now you had another baby.
This is my lot in life. Yeah. Like, this is my thing. I'm always going to struggle. And again, maybe someday I'll need another surgery, but right now, for today, I do not. I'm healed for today.
Hallelujah.
And I just never, ever, 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 ever would have said that. Right. I didn't admit it out loud. I didn't want to talk about it because it was too hard. It was too much. thinking that it actually could completely change. Not just like get a little better,
Right.
but like actually radically change.
Like cancer is gone.
Right.
Type of
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. Because it feels silly and foolish to like believe in that or want that. But I don't think it is. I think we can come to the Lord and say, Lord, heal me.
Right.
I think we can ask for our circumstances to change. And then after we say that and we let it sit there, we pivot towards, and in the meantime, Lord, change me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is not going to be any easier, but
Right.
but I think that's the right like place and posture. Sorry, you got to go really soon.
I
I'm
do,
just
yeah.
realizing what time it is.
Yeah, it's okay. Nothing like showing up to a solar meeting with tears in my eyes.
It's great. The sun is so bright right now. It's perfect for solar.
You're going to be crying when you
Yeah.
say no to this deal.
I mean, so, me saying my year was surprisingly heavy. There was also a lot of other surprises this year that were so fun. I feel like you and I surprised ourselves in just some of the new ideas we were throwing around and some of the conversations we had and just
it feels
like
all
another year
the
together.
All the millennials that started brands and built businesses
Oh my
during
gosh.
the like era of Instagram. They're
I
all
feel like it's everyone is having this moment.
this moment of like, okay, that was fun and we did that, but
It's not the same as it used
it's
to
not
be.
the
So
same.
now
So
what?
it's not sustainable.
Right.
Like the element
Yeah.
of what we did is not sustainable.
Yeah.
Unless we want to get like millions of dollars of investment and all this capital to, do all,
Yeah.
At scale, do this huge thing. And so
Yeah.
it's like, I think we're all sort of like,
I mean, the amount of people, and again, this is just people I follow.
right.
That I follow who said, we closed our business, we sold our business, we're changing our business, we're closing our stores, but staying on, like, what doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I can't even count on two hands.
Yeah.
So many
Yeah.
moved through that change in the last like 18 months
And
or
so
are moving through
So
it.
going through that change has allowed us, one, it's sent me down a deep, dark vortex of pain and sadness that I missed my shot. I do feel that. I do believe that about myself at times where it's like, I missed my shot. And then there's every statistic out there that's like, Hershey didn't start Hershey until he was 50 or whatever. Like, the average millionaire, again, just relating it to business, isn't a millionaire until they're 48. Like, there's so many statistics that kind of show the opposite of what we in culture believe that like, if I'm not Mr. Beast
Immediate
by 22,
success,
what's
you're
the
done.
point of making it a single video?
Yeah.
Type of vibe. And
Yeah.
so that's been one side of it. But then the other side of it is like, okay, what does the next decade of my life look like?
Mhm.
Like when I'm 50, what does 50-year-old TJ feel like, look like, do
with his days and his time and his 7 days over and over and over.
And so that's been kind of like a fun surprise of just like almost like a reevaluate / redream type of approach.
Yeah.
With sort of like the open road ahead.
Yeah. I feel like our kids surprised us this year. I was surprised by their
I feel like they caught
capacity for all the things.
I feel like they caught a vision for family more this year than ever before.
Yes, I think baby helped that.
Yeah, baby helped that, and just that, like, that, like, I think June is starting to see that she's a dot in a line.
Yeah,
that that will continue through her.
Yeah.
Her just saying things like, "I love our family. I love this family. I love this meal." Like, she's just kind of expressed that.
She started to say it out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And kind of connect the dots, which is really sweet. I feel like I was surprised by, in a positive way, I was surprised by our capacity this year. Yeah. Like we did and held a lot. And I can honestly say that it did not all crumble and fall apart.
No,
I think there were times that it felt like
I don't
that.
think we got in a single like big fight this year.
No, not at all. Like
too tired.
I was asleep, so it was great. It worked out. No, but it really was like, for both of us, the amount of plates we were spinning or whatever's we were juggling or cars we were driving, however you want to name it, dominoes on our table. It was a lot. And even though I know it felt like we weren't doing well, when I look back, I'm like, we kept a lot afloat.
Yeah.
And props to us for doing that. Right. Honestly, because I think it can all fall apart pretty fast when you feel really overwhelmed. Yeah. And I can say with total confidence that it is because of years and years and years of conversations and systems and rhythms and 7-day rhythms and routines. Like it was all of those things helped keep everything from completely collapsing.
Yeah.
Because we had this like, it's like, what's your full and what's your floor? Like we had a floor so established in so many areas that we never really fell below that. And praise be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're listening, you're still with us this far. I just feel like 2025, I feel like was hard for a lot of people. That was the gist of what I gathered from everybody's like end of year recaps on Instagram. So yeah, we just want to pause for a second and truly say thank you. Like, thank you for listening right now. Yeah. Thank you. Like we don't take it lightly that you let us sit with you in your car and in your kitchen and in your headphones and in your laundry folding and in your real life. Yeah. Like that is a really, really big deal. And we're super, super grateful. So, yeah, we just wanted to say thanks for being here. And if this episode, a few days into the new year, has made you just like notice how emotional you're feeling or tender or tired, or maybe you're super proud of 2025 or relieved that it's over or disappointed, whatever it is, like my cheerleader encouragement is like, good job. Good job. You made it through. Good job acknowledging that you felt what you felt. And then you're going to, feel your feelings and give it to the Lord. Yeah. So we are very excited for 2026, both from a podcast standpoint, from a Walk in Love conglomerate standpoint. I don't know what to say business because people are like, what does that mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? Yeah. The Walk in Love pie. I'm very excited for it.
We're having some new slivers
and
slices.
I'm just so grateful and honored that y'all continue to trust us with these conversations. And so yeah, wherever this year has landed for you, yeah, we're super grateful that you're here, and we're really, really excited for 2026.
Yeah, and like I said at the beginning, we got 2 great ways in 2026 to support the podcast. One is by becoming a member, which members already
of the podcast.
Members already got an episode this year. They got the first episode of the year. Yeah, and they will get one pretty frequently. Yeah. And then the other way is through the Liturgy Club. If you want mail that you actually are excited about opening, join the Liturgy Club and Brooke will send it to you. Well, Brooke and I will send it to you, but it'll be from Brooke's brain. I'll just be the
packer and sticker of envelopes.
Yeah, that's my role. But we are glad you're here. Thanks for listening, and thanks for making us a part of your week. Thanks for making us a part of your 2025. Thanks for making us a part of your 2026.
Okay, I love you. Bye.